Hello, this is Quiet Car. Welcome to my channel. My trip started in the Hampton Inn near the San Francisco International Airport. For me, the best thing about Hampton Inn hotels is the free breakfast. This is my special mixture of oatmeal and scrambled eggs. It's great to keep my A1C down and keep my blood sugar down and still fill me up for the trip to the airport. San Francisco is a city built on hills. I can see that pretty clearly outside my hotel, just looking over the road. The house is built on the side of a hill. Some more airport food before the 13-hour trip to Beijing in the economy class. It's not the most comfortable trip and something I'd like to forget about. This is my taxi ride from the Beijing Capital International Airport to my hotel in the Haidian district. And all the time the taxi driver was listening to an AI generated story on the radio. It's a version of a traditional story, but now told by an AI voice, which is a new thing to me. Next morning, the view outside my hotel window is the Beijing sunrise over the hazy city in the Haidian district. It's a familiar scene to me. I grew up here. The breakfast at the Crowne Plaza hotel was just incredible. It was at a totally different level from American hotel breakfasts. But make sure you pick the fresh food and smell the food to make sure it's fresh. The freshly cooked stuff where the chef cooks for you, those are the best. Across the street from the hotel is a mosque, but you wouldn't know it's a mosque from the style of the building. You have to read the Chinese or see the Arabic writing above the gate. But I'm in Beijing not to do sightseeing, but to take care of some business, waiting in lines at all kinds of government offices, many days, sometimes beautiful sunrise out the hotel window, and sometimes hazy with pollution, but always a good view of the Haidian district. It's so built up, and the breakfast is always incredibly good. And finally, took care of the business and ready for some fun. I'm in the Grand train station in Beijing, going to take the high-speed train to Wuhan, which is a city in central China, to visit some relatives. At a speed of 350 kilometers an hour, the trip takes just a couple of hours, and I feel absolutely nothing because the train is levitated. The train attendant comes to take your order for food, and they have hot meals, but the taste is really nothing special. I stayed in an apartment in a high-rise condo complex overlooking the Yangtze River, and this is the best real estate in Wuhan. I can see the city is pretty hazy usually. I think it's a mixture of fog and some pollution. This area used to be just flat, but now these are a lot of high-rise developments, and the view is just incredible. Yeah.
亮的那个灯比这就还壮观10倍，
是吧？
各种灯就是那种超好看，因为这边是那个叫什么，就是那个淮海不是淮海路，南京就是那叫什么外滩的这边全是不是以前的那个银行啊，和平饭店啊，然后那边就全是那个就是中央明珠塔、电视塔
啊，那些
各种那个灯亮的那才是，就是跟这儿10倍这么亮。
对。
So the high-rise buildings by the Yangtze River have lights installed on the outside, and these are computer controlled to do light shows at night. They can show all kinds of patterns, really cool stuff.
你闻到那个很松，不是就是那种
水。
你不是就是一种雾霾的味道。
I can smell the pollution in the air. That's part of that haziness. And companies can put their ads on these light shows. I was told that it costs tens of thousands for an ad on the side of a building.
几十万，然后你就可以打出你公司广告。这个又变了嘛？
对，
浪漫武汉，浪漫。一路生花，浪漫武汉一路生花。OK。
你要是住在那种房子里的话，那灯就是把你
亮瞎了眼。
I then went to visit a public cemetery where some of my relatives are buried. It's a very, very big cemetery on the side of a hill. It has probably tens of thousands of headstones in there, and it's really impressive, the place. Back in the high-rise apartment by the Yangtze River, it was a really foggy day. It's tricky for shipping on the river in this kind of weather. I think the food in Wuhan is even better than Beijing. I especially enjoyed the soft-shell turtle soup. The Wuhan train station was packed with people, but everybody seems to know where they're going and they're waiting lines. And the high-speed train back to Beijing was pretty smooth. Back in Beijing, the air has cleared a lot, and we're going back to all kinds of government offices, waiting in lines to do more paperwork. One really fun thing I did was to rent a bike and rode in the neighborhood where I used to ride from middle school all the way to college every day. Back then it was mixed traffic with horse cars. Now it's a nice clean bike lane. It's really fun to get back that feeling again, just roaming around the neighborhood. The last day in Beijing, the air completely cleared. I got a rare, beautiful blue sky day. But I'm getting on the plane going back to San Francisco. Back in San Francisco again, the comfy room in Hampton Inn. So how I felt about China in this recent trip, I feel that the government paperwork stuff needs to be more modernized. It's still a little bit ancient, and people's lives are a little more restricted than the Western countries in terms of what they can do. But in the restricted space, things can run really fast and super modern sometimes, more modern, more digitized than the United States. You get a feeling sometimes like you're a hamster running really fast, but in a sort of a limited cage. All in all, though, it's a fantastic trip. I can't complain. It turned out to be a lot more enjoyable than I was expecting.